Up, 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 up. Test, test. Okay, cool. We're gonna start soon. I just gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Gerby. Okay. Yes, I'm Matthew. I did, in fact, go to an idol meeting just now. But I'm back. Idol meeting was very productive. And I think I could either go two ways. I could go to my Zatsu screen, or I also have my hand cam set up. Welcome back. Thank you. And thank you for checking in on me on both like Twitter and in Milky's stream, which I think she's still at it, right? She's been going for like the whole day. You know what? Let me go to my Zatsu. Let me go to my Zatsu screen. There we go. I got a task list. I got a list of tasks for myself. But hello, you're multi-streaming, awesome. Cool. But hello everyone. I just wanted to do a quick Zatsu, maybe just about an hour and a half, just cause I didn't stream all week. But ghost. Yeah. Takot ako. Yeah, that was fun. I did want to still stream today, but a part of me was like, I also just want to watch. I just want to watch Milky watch scary videos all day. Hi, Sime. Hello, ham dance. Well, hello everyone. I didn't do my intro, right? So, hello everyone. I'm Babinka Bear, artist, historian, art historian, and Sun Bear PNG tuber. And today we're just chatting. You might do a little bit of hand camming. Hey, Beans. Hi. Because we can either stay here in the Zatsu corner, or I also have my hand cam set up for some there you go. Some crocheting, some last minute Christmas presents I have to finish up. But yeah, let's go back here. Because I also wanted to talk about how I haven't streamed all week. Usually I try to be very consistent with my schedule, right? Or like when I say I stream, I usually try to stick to it whenever I can. Hey, Mega Bronson, hello. But this whole week, like, everything I put on the schedule has either not happened or is like being rescheduled. Speaking of which, today was supposed to be Valheim with Mega Bronson, Beans the Bear in the chat, and myself, but there was just a lot going on. Like, for one, Beans and I went to go get our passports today. My God, why was that so? Why was that such? Like, why was that such an experience? Oh, you miss me. Thank you, C-May. It's fine. It's the holidays. Yeah, Meat Space takes priority. Yeah. Yeah, so like what happened on Monday is that I just wasn't feeling it in terms of streaming. I was just feeling kind of moody that day. So I was like, nah, I don't want to pass this negative energy, these neggy vibes to y'all. So decided against it, and then I had a break for Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday I was supposed to do pixel art. But I woke up that morning with like the most intense migraine I've ever had in my life. And the thing is, I get a migraine every month or so. It's related. I think I've said this before. It's related to the womanly problems, but this time it was bad. It was like the area around my eyes and like cheeks and my entire head just was like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna like explode right now. But I think what it was though was a sinus headache. Cause it's all I looked it up and like all the areas that were in pain are like where your sinuses are. So like your cheeks, like above the eyes. So um Beans took care of me the whole day while also working. So shout out to Beans, like real shout out to Beans. Actually, can I do it? I know you haven't streamed in a while, but how do I Beans the bear. Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, you were last streaming Overwatch too. How about that? He took care of me all day. He got me spaghetti and a vegan hot dog, and then I ate it up, and then I ate some oranges, and then he made me matcha twice, and you gotta follow Beans. He might be streaming soon, by the way. Like I don't know if he'll stream today. But he does want to stream soon now that he doesn't have biology looming over his head. I don't have music. I've been speaking into the void. Oh my gosh. Oh, so loud. Stop. Okay. I was being serenaded by your voice. I didn't even notice a king, to be honest. He really is. Yeah, he took care of me the whole day. And then by midnight, I was pretty much recovered. So I was like, cool, let's stream today. But the thing with today, like I did want to do Valheim, but for one, I had to catch up on so many things because I missed yesterday. I was in bed all day. So I had to catch up on a little bit of work. Plus, if you look next to me, I have a Christmas task list. I have to finish my Christmas presents. I because I was out of commission yesterday, so I wanted to do that. Plus, we like I said, today we went to not really the DMV, but it's the DMV essentially. Oh, that was like a terrible experience. And the thing is, like, this was with both of us prepared as much as we could have been prepared. We like signed up for an appointment. We did all our paperwork ahead of time. We made sure we had every single thing that they told us to have, and it was still terrible. Like our appointment was at 2:15, and I was like, okay, we have all our paperwork and stuff. This should be fine. We have an appointment. We should be out of there like within an hour, right? No, like we got back at like 5:00 p.m. Because for one, turns out I didn't have an appointment. Like we got there, we parked, we went into the line. First of all, we asked like, is this the line for people with appointments? And they said no, go to the other line. We go to the line for people with appointments, and it's not that big. It's only like what five-ish people, but the line is going pretty slow. And we end up talking with some of the people in line, or rather, they started talking to us. Or this other person came in, and you know how people like they ask like, "Is this the line for appointments?" And we're like, "Yeah." And then they start asking like, "Oh, how's your day been going?" And we're like, yeah, okay. And then the couple, there's like a couple in front of us. They also are like, oh, good. How about you? And then from that point on, it's like the couple behind, or the woman behind us and the couple in front of us are in a conversation. And me and Beans are kind of just stuck in the middle. Like, 2 hours minimum is what I always plan for. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. She didn't start talking to us. I probably would have started playing Pokemon Emerald. Yeah, because Beans bought his like, it's not a Game Boy, but it's like a Game Boy. But oh my god, so like the woman herself was not bad. She was just sharing some pretty bad horror stories about like her kids like had just gone through some bad stuff in school. So she's one of those people that like once you get her started, you don't really need to be in the conversation at all. She kind of just keeps going. Like, so we were pretty much just nodding for like, yeah, like we me and Beans barely talked. The couple in front of us barely talked. It was mostly her like monologuing at us and us being like, yeah, Exactly. Just hit her with the wow, that's crazy. That was literally it. And then the couple in front of us was also like, "Wow, you're so strong for like going through all of that," which is right. I don't mean to make it sound like I'm mocking this person for everything she went through, but she's one of those people, if you've ever met them, that's like, you don't need me to like actually have a conversation. Like, she got that free public therapy session. Yeah. She was a nice lady. That's what I want to get across, is that she's a nice lady. She was very open to talking about a lot of things going on in her life. It wasn't free to us, brother. But yeah, it definitely was a lot of like, wow, that's crazy. Oh man, that sucks. What? I can't believe that happened. Like, that was the extent of what me and Beans were saying. Same with the couple in front of us. I had a coworker like that who might have been who has a mental health reason for treating me like her life coach. Ah, but if you didn't sign up for that though, like, who might have, like, I understand people are going through stuff, and like me and Beans bared with that today. Bared. We bared through it today because it's like, oh, we're in line. Eventually, we're not gonna have to talk to this person ever again. But if it's a coworker who you regularly see, like, I don't know. My post-con experience was just EP for the entire week, spared from friends COVID. Oh, nice. You spared from the COVID. I'm glad you got some rest though. Like, how was the con, by the way? Was it fun? Was it crowded? Was it nice? In 2024, when you debut, I'll have a segment where I tell only lies. I try to think of the most out of pocket. Like, so actually, I'm a raccoon and I live in North Amsterdam. Hi, Kuraketa. Hello. I'm sharing my experience today at the DMV, but not really the DMV, where Beans and I were getting our passports today. Remind me to get into why we're getting our passports. But to continue on with the story, yeah, so this lady was talking to us. But then eventually the line moved up to the point where we got into the building. And then we had to like talk to the person that was checking on our appointment. Let me catch up on chat first. User submitted, not facts. It's not exactly a con, more like a comic. Oh, cool. So can you buy like doujinshi and stuff at that or like manga and doujinshi? Wake up at 4 a.m., cold shower, journal, meditate, then eat a single grape. That's gonna be the Matthew Rice Seeker experience right there. Just tell all lies. Rise and grind, fellow Sigmas. Aw, jeez. Hi, Neander Delta. Hello. I'm just chatting, just catching up with y'all. Like, I had a painful migraine yesterday. Not earlier, but yesterday. I was out of commission, but today Beans and I went to the DMV to get our passports. I'll just say why. So Beans and I are planning a trip to Japan in the spring. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. We already booked our hotel, we booked our plane ticket. I won't say exactly when we're going, but we're going in the spring. And we're pretty excited. And the reason why we're getting our passports is because neither of us have traveled out of the country for like over 15 to 20 years. So for me, it's been over 20 years. For him, I think it's been over 15 years, because the last time I was out of the country was when I went to the Philippines in 1996, when I was 6 years old. So it's been over like 25 years for me. So yeah, it's been a while. If you look at my passport, I'm just a cub. I'm but a small cub. Japan trip, woo! There's a JP Dojin circle. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, so we're going to Japan in the spring. Would you be interested in joining an Andon community group chat for VTubers? Yeah, I would be interested in that. Yes. But yeah, so today we were getting our passports. Like I said, we went through the line. And for those that missed it earlier, I was like, I'm expecting to be there like just an hour or two, because we had done all of our paperwork ahead of time. We had like, we did an appointment, and we were like feeling pretty good, right? And then we get to the front of the line, and then we get asked about our appointment. I'm like, oh, our appointment is 2:15. And then he's like, oh, do you have your confirmation email, your confirmation number? Because I'm not seeing your name here. This is where it gets so stupid. I show him the only email I got from their service, and he was like, "Oh, this isn't the confirmation email. This is the email with the code to start the process of getting your confirmation email." And I was like, "What? Huh?" And then me and Beans are like, "So what does that mean?" And then he's like, "Oh, that means you don't really have an appointment." And we're like, "Oh, we have to go wait in another line to get into the building again?" And like, I I was like, "Well, we already have our paperwork here. Like, can we just show you the paperwork? Like, you see that I have the email with the code on it. I'm not just bullshitting. I'm not trying to cut the line. Like, you saw that I made an attempt, right, to make an appointment." And he was nice. He was nice about it. He's like, "Yeah, okay, fine." But I think the second like heart attack, or sorry, I don't mean to say it that way, but the next like kind of like panic moment was like, there were spots that were kind of missing in both of our forms, because it was like, "Oh, here you need like an extra phone number, and here you need your parents' information, and here you need like this, and that," and like we didn't know some of that information off the top of my head. So we panicked for a second, but he gave us a pen. He's like, "No, you could just fill it out right now." And we're like, okay, cool. So then we sit in like a waiting room, which that's another thing. There's a line outside to get into the line inside to get into the waiting room to get seen. Bureaucracy, am I right? Yeah, guy with the "this is an announcement for an announcement." Yeah, exactly. "No, this isn't the confirmation email. This is the email with the code to get the confirmation email." And it's like, that like, then isn't that just the confirmation email? What do you mean? But yeah, so eventually we get to be seated. And then we're waiting for a while because like, yeah, we got in, but we like, if you don't have an appointment, you're given a number instead of the people calling your name. So we had to wait there a while because they want to get through like the people that made an appointment first. I think we were there for like about an hour and a half just waiting. And like, because of the initial like panic moment, I think both Beans and I were on edge. We're like, "Oh god, what if like they don't accept our forms because like we had to like handwrite some things, and like what if they don't accept card?" And like, because I think I overheard someone else asking like, "Oh, do they accept like what kind of money payments do they accept for the passport?" And the guy was like, "Oh, check and cash and check." Like, and then like I think I just stopped listening and I started panicking at that moment because I didn't have cash, and I was like, "Oh crap." But then the guy continued on to say like, "Oh, and debit and credit." But at that moment, because I wasn't like quite listening, I was like, "Wait, what?" I don't have cash right now. Is there like an ATM or something? Do I gotta go across the street to like some like random restaurant and like get money right now? But no, they accepted cash, and I mean they accepted card. And after about an hour of waiting, we finally got seen by a person. And like the person in the end was like, "Oh, you see these parts where you like scribbled out stuff, you have to like rewrite it." So like, so that was like a little thing, but otherwise like there were a lot of moments that are like, "Ah, this feels so bureaucratic and I hate it," but whatever. Like, we submitted the paperwork, we paid our thing, and we are hopefully going to get our passports before we go on our Japan trip. So yes. That was today. That was all of today. And yeah, that's partially why like we didn't do the Valheim collab today. We're gonna reschedule for next week, which next week and the week after I'm actually hoping to have a pretty packed streaming schedule. I'm actually hoping to stream every day of the week except for Sunday, except for like this upcoming Sunday because it's Christmas Eve. I'm gonna go to a party with the fam bam. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and maybe even the next Sunday, I'm hoping to stream every day to make up both for this week and because I have the free time now to do so. I think only during this time I'll have that free time to do so. So yeah, Valheim's gonna be sometime next week, along with we're gonna do some art appreciation. I might want to play some games that I never finished, but I started, so maybe some Paleo Pines, maybe Slime Rancher, Tunic, Black and White. I also want to do some pixel art. I want to draw some oomfies. Yeah. I want to draw some. I decided to. I do want to focus on folks that like have been pretty regular, either in chat or just like, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Sime. Thank you. Yeah. So Christmas, I'm gonna be with the family. New Year's Eve, though, like 2 Sundays from now. Um, I used to celebrate it with the family, but everyone started to just like celebrate it in their own homes. So most likely I'm just gonna be like I'm just gonna be home, so I might as well stream on New Year's Eve. I just don't know what to do that day. So who knows? Who knows? It might be I don't know if I'll do like a I don't know if I want to do like an endurance stream, but maybe just like a short stream shortly before midnight or something, but then I don't know. Should I do the countdown? You guys can get the PST countdown. But I feel like I would have to step away right when it's 0. You can do Animal Crossing. Oh yeah, we could do Animal Crossing. That's right. They have a cute. Oh, you guys can see my Animal Crossing island. The only thing is, I know for sure I'm gonna have to step away after like the clock hits 0. So you guys are gonna have to like, if we do that, you guys are gonna have to entertain yourselves for like for a little bit, talk with each other in chat. Because I'm probably gonna be like FaceTiming my parents and like saying hi to like all my relatives and like all that stuff. You put a dancing gif of a Binka when you say what's up to the other bears in the house. There you go. Christmas Eve is a little sis. Aww. She decided to eat herself on a solo trip. Whoa. Dang, that's courageous. I don't think I've ever done a solo trip in my life. But yeah, so next week streams all week hopefully, as long as I don't get any more migraines or any other bad moods or anything like that. We should be Gucci smoochy, maybe even smoochy. But yeah. Yeah, as you can see behind me, I also have a Christmas task list. So I was thinking I could work on some of those right now. I need to crochet 3 things. I need to crochet a forg, for someone. I'm not gonna put who's, because I never know who's lurking in chat. One of these gifts might be for you if you're an IRL friend. So, a pig. No, actually, 2 of them. One of them is for my goddaughter who is like too young to. Well, I hope she's not on the internet, but crochet a pig, and then crochet some gloves for my mom. My mom probably wouldn't be watching my stream, but like my siblings might, so that's why I'm like, if any of you are watching, you better keep it secret. Keep it safe. I have done a solo trip. Honestly, I always like traveling alone. Ooh, where have you been to, Sime? I'm curious, because like I said, this is the first time me and Beans are traveling like outside the country. But we usually go to Vegas like every year, so who knows, maybe this year we'll do the same. Might say hi to Saku along the way. I wonder if I should mention this. When I had the migraine yesterday, I was napping for pretty much half the day. And for some reason, like, those naps end up like with very vivid dreams. I think in one of my dreams, I dreamt that I had an off collab with Saku, but like I know how she looks IRL, but in my dream, she was her avatar. She was like how she looks on stream. So I should tell her that whenever she pops in, but yeah, I had that dream. Bandung City. Ooh, God nerfed me by making me can't drive. I also can't drive. Well, I have a license. I can drive, but I just haven't done it in a while. Let's see, Bandung City. Ooh, cool. I'm gonna need you and Beans to guide me through getting a passport. Oh man, so prep everything in advance, and then make double sure that you actually have an appointment. That's like the big thing, because like even if you get in without an appointment, you have to wait like so much longer. So just make double sure. You have to, well, I won't say the actual service. We can tell you later on. Ah, we got some fellow non-drivers here. The thing is though, it also depends on where you live. If you live in an area where you have good transit, that's not too much of a big deal. I live in remember I dropped the lore a while back? I live in Los Osos. And like you definitely driving is a big plus in Los Osos. like if you can't, then you have to depend on like it's not that shitty the public transpo. It's not that bad, but like compared to other cities like New York City and like much of the rest of the world, it's really bad. It's also because Los Osos is very sprawling. It's like it's just like you and like the East Coast, if you travel for anywhere like with it like in a couple hours you're going to be in another state, right? If you go to Europe and you travel for a couple of hours in any direction, you're in another country, right? In Los Osos, if you travel in any direction for like a couple hours, you're still in Los Osos. That's the thing. So, yeah. Can't drive either. I don't know how I got my license. Same, Kuriketa. I don't know how I got my... Well, I kind of know how I got my license. They give you a maximum of 15 mistakes. I got 13. And the person who gave me the license was like, okay, I'm gonna give this to you, but you better practice. And then I never practiced. Yeah, New York City has okay public transit, but I live... Oh, I see. Jakarta has banger. Ooh, public transportation. Is it also a suburban wasteland? Kind of. Yeah. Kind of. No matter where you are in Los Osos, the transit is kind of shaky. At least for now. Maybe it'll get better once I'm old and gray, but for now it's kind of eh. But I'm also so used to it, so... is it also a suburban? Oh yeah. But some places I initially want don't have public transport. I literally almost got into a car accident while testing for your license. Oh no. Dang. I've heard stories like that. I think we have a mutual friend, Mega Bronson, that like also almost got... No, not even got into an accident, but like almost ran someone over during their test. It's scary. Gotta be honest, I just went to the office, I said I need a license, paid, and they gave it to you? Really? You don't have to take a... Oh no. Drop frames? Frames missing due to rendering? Oh, maybe it might be on your end, because I'm not getting any drop frames on my end. I am getting frames missed due to rendering lag. But I'm not... So far, I'm not getting any drop frames. So it might be a geographic thing. Let me check on here. Okay, so I seem to be moving schmoving. You want to go to Bromo Mountain? Let me see where that is. Bromo Mountain. That sounds pretty cool. Mountain. Mount Bromo. Ooh, pretty. Is this like a... Looks like a volcano. Oh, is an active volcano? Oh man. That scares me. Still got my license. I think I gaslit the tester by accident. Well, I feel like mine was like a pity thing. It was like I said, I got the 13 mistakes. And they were like, you better practice. I'm gonna give this to you, but you better practice. And then I never drove again. Sometimes I have dreams where like I like out of emergency I have to drive somewhere, and I keep like in my dream I'm always fucking it up in like the weirdest way possible. Like yeah, I think I would still have to get used to, you know, like pushing the pedals a certain way. But I feel like if it's an automatic car, I won't be as terrible as I am in my dreams. I want to say I have to get used to like accelerating and braking at the right time, but like otherwise with automatic cars it's like fairly straightforward. You have the wheel, you have your pedals, you don't have to worry. Like yeah, you have to know like neutral, reverse, and all that, but like I feel like I won't be so bad because in my dreams it's like it's like I'm trying to do the pedals with my hands or some shit. It's like why are my dreams like this? Bromo Mountain sounds like a fake Chad Bro location. Yeah, it's like you can only find your bro in Bromo Mountain. You'll love that place. It's active and sand fields. Oh man, that sounds scary. But like the idea of getting some free obsidian though, I don't know. Some free pumice, you know? It looks pretty though. If you look at the pictures on Google, it looks really pretty. Like there's a certain texture to the mountain. it looks like a, well, I was gonna say a volcanic. It looks like a volcanic island. Is it just like an island, or is it like part of a bigger landmass? My worst nightmare, driving a non-automatic car. Yeah, my dad used to tell me stories about how like that's how he learned how to drive, with non-automatic. But I've only known automatic, and actually Beans also drives stick shift. So usually I'm not in a situation where I have to drive, but in my dreams I'm always like terrible. Whereas like I feel like if I did have some kind of emergency, right? Like one day like I decide to get preggy with cubs and like no one's around to drive me and I have to drive myself. Like, well, first of all, the nearest hospital in our location is like walking distance. So like I don't think that's ever going to be a problem, but I feel like I wouldn't be too bad. A bigger landmass? Ah, okay, okay. Oh, cool. It looks really pretty. Especially in these pictures I'm seeing. Mount Bromo. Java has a lot of volcanic mountains. Ooh, cool. It reminds me of like Iceland, right? Like, I have a recurring nightmare of falling asleep at the wheel. Oh, man. First of all, so like to touch on Sime's point, I am interested in seeing like volcanic eruptions from a distance, but definitely at a distance, because those can be scary. Like I watched too many like documentaries about like what's it called, Pompeii, and like and like just have you guys seen that one photo of the guy, like was it Saint Helena or something? Like it exploded and like a guy was taking a picture of like the ash falling down, but it was something like if his car hadn't like, I forgot what it was. It was like if his car hadn't started up, he definitely would have died. Or I think the person taking the picture like definitely would have died or something like that. But going to Mega Bronson's point of like recurring nightmares, falling asleep. Do you ever have like, I have this weird dream sometimes where like in the dream, it's almost like I'm like extremely inebriated. Like drunk and high. Like, but like it's in the dream. And it's almost like in the dream I'm like extremely just like sleepy and out of it and I can't even concentrate. And it's like, why? Like, why am I dreaming about this? Yeah, Mount St. Helen. Yeah, exactly. And I think another recurring dream, what else? Being late for the bus, but like I think I've said this before. In real life, if I'm late for a bus and I miss it, worst case scenario, you just call an Uber or you just call like a Lyft. But in the dream, I'm always like, okay, I'll just take this other bus and it'll get me close enough that I just take one more bus to, and it's like in the dream, it's like I'm not thinking properly, right? Like I could literally just either wait for another bus or I could take an Uber, but in the dream I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this bus, and then that bus accidentally takes me in the opposite direction. Or it takes me to a route that's like unfamiliar and now I'm lost, right? As if IRL I wouldn't have Google Maps. Right? Like it's I think at that point it's a nightmare, right? Falling asleep at the wheel sounds scary though, especially for someone that like you said doesn't drive. Yeah, exactly, horror movie logic, but for minor inconveniences. Yeah, exactly. It's like I said before, I had that one dream where I was like, me and Beans were at the airport. You're stuck in a late night infomercial. Oh no, has this ever happened to you? And like everything around me just explodes. But yeah, I had this dream where like we were at the airport and then we were about to board the plane, and then suddenly I'm like, where's our luggage? And like I remember panicking, but in real life it's like, oh yeah, the luggage was already like packed away at the, you know, the baggage check-in or whatever the hell. Or if it's a backpack, we're wearing it. Like, why would I be panicking like that? I never had that, but my sleep at the wheel dream is like I have sleep paralysis and watching myself flying through red. Oh, jeez, that's scary. I actually haven't had sleep paralysis in a minute. I remember I used to have it often, but it was when I lived with my parents. I wonder if my bedroom just had like bad juju or something. Cause I don't think I ever had sleep paralysis now that I'm living with Beans. Or maybe Beans can help protect me from the demons, you know? Because I definitely used to have it all the time. Well, not all the time, but I remember whenever I would have sleep paralysis, for me, I couldn't, like, if I went immediately back to sleep, I would get it again. So what I started doing is, like, if I woke up from a sleep paralysis dream, I would at least, like, I would scroll on my phone for like a couple minutes until I fell asleep again. And then that would usually stop it. But I do remember that if I had sleep paralysis and I woke up and I fell back asleep immediately, I would get it again. Oh, and you know what? That reminds me. I think you know how I told you all that I had a dream where I like off collabed with Saku? I think after a while I realized that it was a dream and it became like, what's it called? Like a lucid dream. I've had the bus dream, but since I knew multiple routes throughout high school and college, I would correctly catch alt routes. That's the thing. So I also know a lot of alt routes, especially if it's in like our area of Los Osos. Like, I know how to get like everywhere, but like, but like in the dream, it's almost like if I take like I decide on an alternate route, but it's like a train, and the train is taking me all the way to like the northern part of our state or something. Something like that. An off collab with Taco. Oh man, I would have to go all the way to she's in Singapore, right? Like, I'd have to go all the way to, well, I'm going to Japan. Wait, isn't she also going to Japan? Oh man. Japan meetup? No, I don't think we're going at the same time though. And plus, I don't intend to stream at any point when I'm on the vacay. I don't think I would even have the means for it, to be honest. Yeah, that'd be cool to meet some fellow Randonites, you know? It'd be cool to meet y'all. IRL. Some of you I already know IRL. Well, yeah, it'd be cool though. Like I said, I had that dream. I feel like... now I'm thinking, like, I had that dream of, like, off collabing with Saku. Probably because I go to Vegas, like, every year. And I know that she's from there, so that's like the most. I feel like that's the most realistic off collab that I could have with a Randonite, unless me and Beans went to New York City last year, and we really enjoyed it. And like immediately after, we had that like post trip, not depression, but it's like, man, I want to go back. I want to go back to New York City, but like since then, it's not as like. You know, wanderlusty. It's not as like I want to go, and now it's just like, oh, that was nice. That trip was nice. It'd be nice to go again, but I'm not like fiending for it. You know, I have a feeling after the Japan trip, it's gonna be like that, where it's like, oh, I want to go back. I want to go back to Japan. Yeah, I remember, Matthew. I remember that you live in sort of. I try to think of like euphemisms for the specific places. I'm going with my mom soon if y'all want to join to New York City. Ooh, maybe. Let's chat maybe because I know that like a lot of people in our friend group are also going to Japan around the same time that we are, so it's pretty exciting. I already have like somewhat of an itinerary. I do want to see both of us want to see like one of the Gundam places, because there's the Gundam factory in Yokohama, but there's also the Gundam base in Odaiba, and I want to go to Odaiba specifically because those are like, you guys know I'm a Digimon fan. I love Digimon, and a lot of the places in Digimon are like iconic, so I want to go to Odaiba because it has this building called the Fuji TV building. Has a big orb right in the center of it. I want to go there because that was like pretty recognizable in the Digimon anime. I want to go there. Hollow Expo one day, not with this financial. Oh, when is Hollow Expo? Hollow Expo. Yeah, the Hololive Super Expo. When is that again? Doesn't say. When is it? Oh, I'm gonna miss it, unfortunately. No. Hololive Island. Dang. Wow. Any of y'all interested in tabletop gaming and Gen Con? Gen Con, I've not heard of that one. I've only heard of cons over here in the West Coast, and even then it's just in Los Osos. Yeah, March. Yeah, like I said, I won't say exactly when, but me and Beans would just miss it. Ah, Gen Con is the largest tabletop game convention in North America. Is it in? Oh no, it's Indianapolis. Oh, I'll be honest with you. The only states I've been to are California, um, Washington, Nevada, and New York. I do have a bit of a. I am a bear of color. IRL. There are certain places in the US that I'm kind of like hesitant on going. But you know, it's a maybe. It's a maybe. Tabletop gaming. So one thing about that, Matthew, is that our friend group is considering doing a D&D. I might have to sit out this first one just because like I am still not super confident in my like own like D&D skills, I guess, role playing, all that stuff. One reason why I like Baldur's Gate is because it kind of walks you through it. It kind of helps you with a lot of stuff. It kind of holds your hand through a lot of things while still giving you like a lot of freedom. How about Goblin with a fat ass? Oh my god, I remember when that, I don't know, I think someone tweeted about it, and like every single Discord that I had that was like tangentially related to Randon posted about it. So I think in like Randon Court itself, it was like in multiple channels. It was like, hey, have y'all heard about Goblin with a fat ass? Hey, have you guys heard about Goblin with a fat ass? Which, just like the bear one, I would be interested in checking out. I'd be interested in checking out. But as of right now, I'm still not super confident in my tabletop role-playing skills. But my friend group is doing it, so if they stream it, like if Mega Bronson is part of that, I'll definitely like raid into them, or I'll promote them. Or even if Beans likes to also join in on that kind of stuff. I will run it so people that are on the fence about TTRPGs can find out if it's their jam. Oh, I'd be down. I never played D&D, so you shouldn't feel not confident. I think it's because like I feel like I'm not great at like improv thinking. Like thinking just like off of the spur of the moment, I want to say. I don't know. It depends, because like for just chatting streams, I feel like my mind goes all over the place. I'll be like talking, well, where did this conversation go? It went from like the DMV to passports to Japan to like to all these different places. But with D&D, I feel like my mind is like so slow, while everyone else is so like witty and quick. They're very quick on their feet, you know? Whereas I'm like, I'm still processing the first thing that you said. Also, I don't remember what objects I have. I don't remember what spells I have. And that's why I like Baldur's Gate, because it's like, oh, do you want to use intuition for this? And it's like, oh, I forgot I have that. Yes, I do. You know? Another streamer I follow, Halbernick. Oh yeah, Halbernacht. We raided into them last time. Might have been the first to stream a game of it on Twitch. In the beginning, playing it as a self-insert is totally valid. Ooh, just self-insert at the start for D&D. Yeah! That's actually how I used to... I think I said this before, that, like, before I, like, came up with Bibinka, I never really had OCs. Like, every time I played a video game, I just, like, self-inserted myself. And all of my decisions were as myself. You know? So... Maybe that is the strat, to just be me. When you start D&D, just focus on one or two things you want to do, then branch out slowly. Actually, this is kind of helping me, because, like I said, I have played D&D before. I've had, I don't remember if it's 2 or 3 different characters. Because the way I started, I think I talked about this before, was like a friend of me and Mega Bronson's would, we would both, not me and Mega Bronson, but a mutual friend of ours. I don't know, what does he go? What's his handle? Like, what does he actually like go by? So I can stop saying our friend. Oh, his name is like it's like cut off because it's streamer mode. Should I just call him like Tree? I'll call him Tree for now. Because I think that's his name in Beans' phone. So Tree and I used to go to like the Filipino school. He'd carpool with me, and then he would tell me about D&D, and he would kind of test me. Not test me. He would try to like kind of ease me into the D&D experience by like giving me scenarios like, oh, you like come across a treasure chest and like you open it, but it's a mimic. What do you do? And like at this point, I don't have a character. He's just asking me myself like, what would you do? And I think that's a pretty good way to teach it. But I think I got so into the idea of making a character and role playing as that character that I didn't like think of the idea that I could just self insert and I could just take every decision, you know, as myself. So I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Yeah, exactly. A character I thought of rolling would be a regular person in modern times that's an accountant. Just play a really dry person. Have you ever had a zombie apocalypse conversation? Is that like when someone asks you what you would do in a zombie apocalypse? Because I remember when Beans and I were watching Last of Us. We were watching Last of Us. I feel like multiple times I was like, I would just die. I would just KMS. Because I don't know if I could handle that. Like, not only like, I guess not. You know what? I'm gonna try and crochet while I'm talking. Let's see if we can do this. Because I'm like, oh wait, I did want to keep this short so that I can also like work on my Christmas projects. But to answer your question, yeah, I don't know. I feel like not to get dark or anything, but I feel like I really would just KMS in that situation because, like, for one, it's not only seeing your loved ones die is bad enough, right? But seeing them become like something that's not themselves anymore, I don't know if I could handle that. But if we're talking about like what would you do in a situation where you don't even have to worry about the zombies and it's just survival? Like in that case, I think the question of like deserted island would work better, right? Wait, what did I just do? Okay, so this is decrease stitch. I feel like I have a bare bones enough knowledge of like biology and like I've gone camping before, but it was like with a group and it was at a campsite. So I don't have enough knowledge to be like, oh, this is like an elderberry and you can totally eat those. But I feel like I would be cautious enough to I don't know, like try different things without hopefully poisoning myself. Just get a green main protagonist button down shirt like Pedro Pascal and Joel from Last of Us. There you go. I gotta do something. Thanks for stopping by, C-May. Thank you. The having to kill your zombified loved ones always messes me up. No, yeah, exactly. Like, exactly. I don't think I could do it, to be honest. Like, that's why I'm like, at that point, I would just end it. Like, I wouldn't even go through that trouble. I know that might be kind of selfish of me, but I know myself. But if we're talking about just the aspect of survival, let me think about it. Like, let's assume that the zombies are nice little flower zombies or something that, like, they're not super aggressive. You just gotta stay out of their way, right? Let's assume that. And the only thing is to survive. I would go with... I like to say that I'm like a reluctant leader. Like, if no one else will step up, I will step up. But in a kind of life or death situation like that, I don't know if I would. I think I would try to find who is more confident in their survival skills, and I would follow them. Yeah, I want to say that. It's fun. The reason why I hesitate is because, like, oh wait, that's basically Randon, isn't it? But also, like, I don't know where he's at. I don't know what location he's at. He probably has a whole ass plan, while I'm just like kind of cowering. But I think that would be my main thing, is that like, I can be a leader if it comes to like paperwork and like Google Sheets and like And yeah, Google Sheet formulas, but when it comes to survival, I think I would be a follower. I'm kind of a follower too. Like I would like to think I'm a good number 2. You know what? Same. I would like to think that I'd be a good like advisor role, Like if the person in charge wasn't sure and they needed a decision maker, like I could help with that. And now this is a great, thought experiment. But now I'm like, well, how does that translate into D&D? Well, yeah, I could see myself as a number 2. Yeah, as a poopy, Let's see. I know things. Yeah. But actually doing them, not so much. Yeah, you know what? Very much same. Very much same. Okay, this is a decreased stitch. Oh, I'm not even like showing it to the camera. So I'm trying to make a frog, by the way. Making a rainbow forg. Let me just finish this stitch. And then I have to look at how to finish this off. I think what I like though is when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3, I really like I was gonna say like knowing which builds can help you like min-max things. Also like orb. It's a rainbow orb. So I think that's why I immediately fell in love with the idea of like making a character and role playing with them, is because it's like, oh, if you do like a tiefling paladin and you like put all your points in charisma, then like, just think of the role playing possibilities. You could just like, you don't even have to fight people. You could just use your words, like that type of thing. But the thing is, I'm not as charismatic as my character is. Or at least I don't know if I am. The thing about making decisions for other people is that someone will resent it regardless. Yeah, very true. Very true. Alright, I'm just gonna check how to finish off this little forg that I'm working on. Let me just mute that. Okay, I did row 13. I did row 14. Ah, okay. You're gonna see me seal up this hole. And then I'm actually trying to attach some, these are supposed to be like the eyes. Like I would sew them in, like this. Maybe like a frog. Like there'd be 2 eyes here. And then a little like mouth here. It'd be a rainbow frog. Yeah, I think the one thing that I think intimidates me about like making a character in D&D would be like a hole. I think I said earlier that I like it, but now I'm realizing that it's more intimidating too, is like finding out what like mixes well together, cuz like I think people arguably you can make like any combination of like race and class. But like aren't there combinations that just do a little bit better in that regard? Like the example I gave, I actually do have a I think that's one thing I can talk about, is like the characters that I made in the past. Actually, I don't know if I can I crochet and talk at the same time? We'll see. How do I gotta decrease all of these. Okay. You know what, I'll just insert these while I talk. So my favorite character that I've made thus far... Oh, I made 3. My favorite character that I made thus far, though, is a tiefling paladin with... most of my points were in charisma, but her shtick was that she worked for an MLM. But it wasn't even an MLM, it was like a cult. Like... She like worked for she grew up in a cult, and basically like, but it was like an MLM where like you have to get like converts to your cult. But essentially it was an MLM because She was from like the I love tieflings. Her whole thing was that like she quite literally sold snake oil. Like her religion worshipped snakes, and like according to like her religion, there was like a sacred, mother snake that secreted an oil that could cure everything. It was like a panacea or whatever the actual term is. Nah, you know what? I can't crochet and talk at the same time. Let's go back to Zatsu. Yeah, so that was part of her actual religion, was like the mother snake secreted the great snake oil, the panacea that heals everything. But it can also make you lose weight, and it can make you more attractive, and it can like do this, like whatever you want, it can do it. So like the secret to godliness, the secret to getting closer to the mother snake, is to sell as much of her oil as possible. It's a little on the nose, but it was kind of like the best I could think of, right? So that was my shtick, is that like I put all the points into charisma, because like she has to be charismatic to like sell the snake oil. And it's like, oh, like if you if you join our religion, not only do you get like a lifetime supply of the stuff, but you get to give it to other people. Isn't that great? So yeah, I did have a bit, Matthew. I did have like a bit, but like I think also the quick thinking required to like carry it through in the campaign, like I just didn't, like I said, I struggle a little bit with like thinking on my feet in that regard. If it's just chatting, I'm fine with it. But if it's me role playing this character that I actually really like, then I feel like I wasn't really that quick on my feet as much, because I feel like I very much just defaulted to certain things, like meeting a new character. Would you like some snake oil? And like the bit got old really fast, in my opinion. So I think I just need to like workshop ways to like flesh out her character, so that most of the bit is her just like trying to sell you the snake oil, but like flesh it out so that that's not the only thing that is like part of her personality. Like what else? What other personality traits do you see from someone who like was raised in a cult and is like fully believing in it? And yeah, you could definitely go to like conservative, fundamentalist religions for examples, but yeah, I think that's as far as I got with that one. I think she's my favorite though. She's like the favorite like my favorite out of the three that I made. The first one I made was just a ranger. I think she was a halfling ranger. Your MLM character and my accountant will go well in a campaign in non-fantasy characters in a fantasy setting. Dang, you're making me want to like flesh out this character a little bit more. Cause like for my character, she's like fully born like in the world. She's part of the fantasy world, but I feel like she'd be so happy with the accountant. Like, so you're telling me I can you're telling me that I can get more stonks? Like I could get more, profits? I mean, converts? Fuck. Maybe that's how I should play the character. Like, I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. Where it's like, and I'll slip up occasionally. I'll be like, oh, more profit. I mean, converts? Stonks, faith? Mother snake, yes? What if that's the thing with the religion, is that like, once you get high up on the totem pole, it's like, yeah, you know what you're doing. You don't really believe in the mother snake. Or like, what if the mother snake is an actual character, but she's like a CEO? She's not even like this goddess, like sacred figure. It's just like a CEO of like a legit MLM. And she's just like, yeah, just make it sound like a religion and put some mumbo jumbo about like, I don't know, your ancestors, and like people will just eat it up. Now go out there, kiddo, and make me some stonks. Okay, you know what? The wheels are turning. The wheels are turning. I might want to come back to this character. It would be fun meeting a character that was from a culture experiencing the equivalent of the Dutch tulip craze, the first cryptocurrency. Ah, yeah, you're right. Oh my god, what if that's the next step for Mother Snake company, or Mother Snake, or international, where it's like, Instead of selling the actual snake oil, you get an NFT of the snake oil, and it's like, this is why I suggested you helping put together a campaign. Well, that's the thing, like, I can't think of this myself. I'm getting most of these ideas from talking with you all. Because I think as you asked, I think I saw it, but I think I was like, also in the middle of like crocheting at the time. I was also like stressed out about making some Christmas presents, which I will have to end soon because I do got to work on this crochet stuff and some drawings as well. But I don't know, I feel like my ideas flow better on stream when I'm just shooting the shit with y'all. But maybe. As you can see, I experience a lot of anxiety, but it very quickly goes away once I'm like talking with y'all. I think that's why I like streaming a lot. Wait, does that count as like trauma dumping though? Isn't that bad? This sounds bad. Like, yeah, it would be me, you, me, and the DM kicking ideas around. Ah, okay. It would just be us like shooting the shit because with the person I'm talking about with Tree, like I like. He's definitely the kind of person that commits to the bit, and I love it. I'm always down for a brainstorming session. Yeah. I'm interested. This is building up my courageousness, my confidence in thinking of ideas. Not trauma though. This is the opposite. You're sharing things that you're excited about. True. It's not trauma dump. Okay, cool. I'm always paranoid about it. I'm just like, well, now I'm oversharing. Yeah, let's see. I do need to work on the Christmas stuff, but maybe I'll stay just for a couple more minutes to talk about next week. This is why I'd like to get a group hangout or something. Oh yeah, you were talking about like the Randonite VTuber, like group community group message, right? I'd be down to be a part of that. But not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I still have one more stream this week. I think I put hieroglyphic stream, which I do want to continue. However, at work, we were talking about, for our work, we actually have a component where we teach hieroglyphics. But it's just like a, woo, +1, I just got a debut. Yeah, I'll be waiting for it, man. Or just be a not VTuber. Technically, I still consider, I just consider myself a PNG tuber. So, like, I'm not VTuber yet. But someday, maybe. I'm hoping if Big Ham ever opens up commissions again for Live 2D, I want to commission her. And like I would be open to other people, but she's like she's like the one that I want to be my mama. But also like I don't want to like force her or like pressure her to do that. You know, it's only if she so happens to open them up again. I know she's busy too. So yeah. Yeah, so for tomorrow, it might be hieroglyphics, but I was talking to my coworkers about like how easy it is for kids to learn cuneiform. Not just kids, like for work, we're thinking of teaching kids how to like do cuneiform, but we don't know how easy or hard that is. That could be like super complicated. So that might be tomorrow's stream, and that won't be a morning stream, by the way. I don't know if I'll do morning streams for a while, just because like I always do them late. So it's gonna be another evening stream, 6:30 p.m. PST. We'll either continue hieroglyphs or we're gonna explore cuneiform. If you guys don't know what cuneiform is, it's like the ancient Mesopotamian writing. So we'll see. And that'll be the last stream for this week. Next week, like I said, Christmas, spending it with the family. Monday, I'm thinking traditional art, Copic markers. I was supposed to do that this Monday, but like I said, oh no, I'm wrong. Next Monday is art appreciation. We're gonna do some art appreciation, so I'm gonna set up the thread on Twitter if you guys want to submit some artists or artwork. However, I do have a queue already. I have it set up. Where is it? Give me a second. Yeah, I already have some people on the docket that I want to appreciate. That includes Zenith Sanders Animatics. I have Thousand recommended me an artist a long time ago, and I didn't catch it until now. But an artist called Christian Young. I think Joculatrix was open to for me looking at their art. And then art by Peluso. Is that, I want to say Matthew was the one who recommended that one. But if you guys want to recommend some more, I'd be down to look at it. I definitely thought of kids going Super Saiyan or something. I'm going cuneiform. The cuneiform is like a Mesopotamian like writing system, like ancient. I think the oldest that we have, if not hieroglyphics. But yeah, that's gonna be tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. PST. Next Monday, art appreciation. Next Tuesday, I'm thinking the Valheim collab, and that might be even earlier than my usual time, maybe 5 p.m. PST. But we'll keep on discussing it, Mega Bronson and Beans. I think Beans went to go get some food. Wednesday, that's usually my rest day, but like I said, I'm free the whole week. I'm off work, so Wednesday I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna stream traditional art. Beans got me some Copic markers, some copium markers, so I want to test those out. Wait, when is art appreciation? I thought about us doing graffiti art discussion. Ooh. Well, I do have a queue of people that I want to review, so I might still... So, the 25th might still be art appreciation. Christmas Eve. Or, sorry, Christmas Day might still be art appreciation. But that's a good idea, Mega Bronson. So, graffiti art discussion collab. Wait, so as in, like, would we draw together kind of like magma board? Or do you have, like, graffiti that you've seen that you want us to both, like, discuss? I'd be down. I'd be super down for that. Because I've just been wanting to do more collabs. Would random community media spotlight be an awesome thing? Ooh, random community. You guys are, I like that you guys are just giving me these ideas. The secret project is awesome. Ah, yeah. We can brainstorm it? Yeah, let's brainstorm it. I'm down. But yeah, so I got up to Wednesday of next week. Thursday and Friday, I'm thinking games that I started this year but didn't finish. So either Slime Rancher, Black and White, Tunic, or Paleo Pines, but I'm still thinking about it. And then on the 30th, Tarot. Tarot cards. And then on the 31st, New Year's Countdown, maybe with Animal Crossing. Maybe. That means I'm gonna have to start, like, later, right? Or unless I just stream for 6 hours. I think my voice would be dead, though. Because, yeah, I start 6:30 p.m. PST, so that'd be like 5.5 hours of streaming for me. But, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look back at my Animal Crossing island. I don't know. I wonder if people are gonna be doing, like voice chats or something, or, like, voice calls. Because then we can all celebrate the new year together. But, I don't know. Still deciding on some things, but I'm gonna have my schedule out by Sunday of this week. So yeah, and we'll brainstorm some things. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Gotta get the warm water and honey ready. Yeah. Now I might just start later. So that I only stream for like 3 or 4 hours or something. Or I don't know. I feel like by 4 hours I'm dead. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Let's see who we can raid into. Is Milky still going, by the way? Is anyone also in Milky's stream that's like... Is she still going? Let me go to my outro. And then let me stop raids. So I don't get raids right now. Yeah? She is? Oh man. Okay, let's see. We got Matara Khan, we got Basil, we got L. Wait, how come Four Milks has 0 people? I thought she had like, wait, is she for sure still going? She's not about to end, right? Like Milky is there any indication that she's gonna end soon? Because otherwise I'd be down for Milky. I feel like, I don't think we've ever raided, have we ever raided into her? She's still going? Okay, let's raid into Milky then. Let's do that. Dang, she's been streaming for the whole day. like I woke up and like started on my Christmas stuff and she was streaming And then I went to the DMV, came back, and she's still streaming. And like I streamed and like am about to end, and she's still streaming. She's amazing. But also, I hope she gets some rest soon. Oh, I know it's because that she's gonna go to she's taking a break after this, so she's still going. Yeah, exactly, Matthew. But yeah, before I keep lingering, let's go ahead and say hi to Milky. So say hi to her for me. I'm also gonna be in that stream while I crochet and stuff. So thanks everyone for joining in. It means the world to me to always talk with you all. So thank you. And I'll see you all when I see you all tomorrow when we study hieroglyphics or cuneiform. So bye! Thank you! Let's raid! Let me stop